Oh my god, the menu is a drive-in movie theater. That's just absolutely fantastic. I love it so much already. Now, very recently, I decided to buy the Cars 1 Blu-ray, and there is one very good reason for this, is because there is an exclusive Cars video game on this Blu-ray disc. And I figured if we're going to look at the Car Finder game on this disc, we may as well just have a look at the Cars Blu-ray as a whole, because honestly there's some pretty interesting content here and some really nice menu designs. Now, this literally cost me about £3 off of eBay the other day, and it even had free shipping, so that's fantastic. The Blu-ray design is very nice. It comes with a Lightning McQueen sleeve, and because this is part of a Pixar release series, there are numbers on the spine. Doesn't look great in my shelf because I don't have any others from the series, so I just have this random Cars Blu-ray that says 7 on the side of it, alongside my steelbooks of like Dune Part 2 and stuff like that. It just looks really out of place. So I've got to admit, the primary reason that I'm making this video is because my Discord server basically bullied me into doing so. There's a section within the server dedicated to video ideas, and someone actually started a poll specifically to get me to play Car Finder on this Blu-ray disc. So congratulations to you, my Discord server members, you win. And whilst I'm at it, I just want to give a quick shout out to my incredible Discord server and all the members within it. You guys are so unbelievably dedicated to getting me to play certain games. It's honestly blows my mind. Very impressive. So if you want to join that, come and chat with me about games, come and chat with everyone else about games, about cars, about movies, everything really, then just click the link in the description below. And anyway, let's get on with Cars. So the Car Finder game is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. You find cars. Car Finder is split up into 3 different levels. Level 1 is based around characters who appeared at the Motor Speedway of the South, and is by far the easiest level of the 3. The second level is themed around characters who appeared during McQueen's trip to California, as well as Radiator Springs residents and flashback cars, and it's been described as the hardest level in the game. I didn't think it was too bad. And finally, we have level 3, which is based around characters who appeared at the LA International Speedway and during the epilogue of the film. So when the game starts, it will start playing a section of the film, and you'll have a bar at the bottom of your screen that will show you 5 or so characters at a time, and you can select one of these if they appear on the screen, click it, and you'll get some points. Now, obviously, I won't be able to show my pure, raw gameplay and reaction to this, because then I will just be showing you parts of the movie with copyrighted music, and the demonetization hammer will come down on me very hard. As well as these sections, gameplay is also broken up with some still images where you are challenged to identify all the cars in that image within a 40-second time frame. Now, in total, there are 217 cars to identify throughout the 3 levels, and each time you identify a car, it unlocks their bio in the car guide, which honestly adds a whole new level of depth to this first Cars film that I never even knew existed. Now, if I had to compare the gameplay of Car Finder to something, it would have to be the hazard perception test that all learning UK drivers must complete before passing their driving test. It shows you various hazards and you have to click when you see them, and honestly, that feels exactly like Car Finder, except you just click when the relevant car comes up. A ridiculous comparison, I know, but it just makes sense to me. Now, is this the greatest game ever made? Of course it isn't. Why would it be? But this is a fantastic inclusion to what would just be a movie on a Blu-ray disc. Disney didn't need to add this onto the Blu-ray, but they did, and it's added so much depth to the film. It's fantastic. If you really want to immerse yourself into the world of the film, then this is the perfect way to do so, because it lets you look at scenes of the film in different ways that you wouldn't normally look at it. And then you can learn about all these background characters and how they fit into the overall story of the film. Now, let's talk about what else you get with your Cars Blu-ray disc as well as Car Finder. Upon booting the disc up, you get a classic Disney home video trailer which featured footage from Chicken Little, which is a film honestly I forgot existed, as well as the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion. After a brief look at a HD Blu-ray restoration of Sleeping Beauty, we then move on to a trailer that will forever be ingrained in my brain. And that, my friends, is a teaser for WALL-E, which of course was coming to cinemas soon. But that's enough about WALL-E because that's a topic for another day. Anyway, so once you've got past what is literally about 10 minutes worth of adverts, you get this very cool initial menu that is road signs and billboards. There's a big sign in the middle that says to play the movie, there's a billboard on the right that's to go to Pixar Animation Studios, and there's a billboard on the left to visit Radiator Springs and to play the Car Finder game. So let's head over to Pixar Studios to see what's going on over there. So at Pixar Studios we have several options. Obviously we can just play the movie, we can go to the setup and change the language and go to scene selection, but you've also got this feature called Cine Explore, which will play the film but with either the director's or artist's commentary, as well as little interjects with documentary style sections of real life car inspirations for the characters and behind the scenes stuff. And if you don't fancy watching the entire film with director's commentary and just want to get the inspiration for the cars or the deleted scenes, then you can go to the features section and just watch these instead. For those of you very interested in the world of Cars, and I don't mean the online game, then I would highly recommend watching this film with the artist commentary rather than John Lasseter's because, yeah, let's not get into that today though. Anyway, in terms of the Pixar Studios section of this Blu-ray, that's what that has to offer. So let's head over to Radiator Springs. So you get this nice little scene of Lightning arriving to the drive-in movie theatre, which I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. And here you get another 5 options. Obviously we have Car Finder, you have a different features section, as well as your standard scene selection, setup, and to play the movie. So if we head on over to features, we get some pretty cool segments. We have the special Mater and the Ghostlight in HD, as well as the Pixar Shorts one-man band, also in HD. We also get the epilogue of the film in HD, and we get a cool little Easter egg called Bounding Cars. Now, Boundin' is a Pixar short film that was shown before The Incredibles in cinemas. It's a musical narrated story about a dancing lamb who loses his confidence after being sheared. And in this version we get Lightning McQueen as the lamb, Mater as the jackalope, and Guido as the gophers. It's only about 30 seconds long, but it's just a nice callback to one of Pixar's previous shorts. And really, that's all I have left to say about the Cars Blu-ray. I've covered pretty much all the additional features you get with it, as well as the Car Finder game. The film itself is fantastic, and if for some reason you haven't seen it, go and watch it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if there's other Disney Blu-rays you want me to cover, or just other Blu-rays in general, then let me know. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and tap that bell for notifications for my future uploads, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.